Carl Jung identified 4 mental functions of the human brain. The brain has the capacity of perception, which occurs through use of the 5 senses. Through seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching, we determine that something exists. The brain has the capacity to think. Through thinking, we determine what the something we perceived is. The round, red, semi-smooth object that smelled sweet and tasted sweetly tart and juicy was an apple. The brain, through body and memory receptors, has the capacity to form emotions. The brain then judges whether the something it perceived is pleasant or unpleasant. Eating apples is a pleasant experience because Grandma made the best apple pies in the world. The brain has the capacity of intuition. There is an immediate knowing that bypasses thinking once something is perceived. Jung also determined there are 3 psychic levels of the human personality. Consciousness is an awareness of our existence and environment. As time passes, we develop individual differences in patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving based on the content we receive from our 4 mental functions. Personal unconscious is a portion of the psyche which consists of the subliminal and suppressed contents received from the conscious mind. The collective unconscious consists of the biologically conditioned response patterns or instincts, and the archetypes or symbols, signs, patterns of behavior, thinking, and experiences that are inherited from our ancestors. Thoughts from Carl Jung. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. The collective unconscious does not owe its existence to personal experience and exists due to heredity. The collective unconscious is thought to be connected to each individual through the primitive brain structures of the brainstem, limbic region, and amygdala. The personal unconscious consists of complexes. The content of the collective unconscious is made up primarily of archetypes. Archetypes are thought forms in the psyche that appear to be present in each generation and throughout all cultures. Therefore, if we take the classic materialistic view of molecular biology, it seems that Jung postulated that the collective unconscious is simply a component of inherited human gene structures. Opposing thoughts. There are discussions on if the collective unconscious theory should be interpreted literally or symbolically. By some, the literal interpretation is considered to be a pseudoscientific theory and not scientifically grounded. Some feel that Jung's theories were more religious and spiritually based theories than pure science. Others admit that despite there being no scientific evidence of a collective unconsciousness, there are certain observations and theories that support its existence. If we move away from Western science's leanings toward materialism and look to ongoing discoveries in quantum physics, there may be scientific foundations that help explain Jung's theory. Aspects of quantum physics to consider. The basis of the material world is non-material. Albert Einstein proved that energy and matter are dual expressions of the same universal substance. This reality is significant when we consider that humans are not merely a complex biomechanism, but instead are beings made of complex energy systems. Energy is no longer narrowly defined as the ability to do work, but now, according to Cindy Dale, the author of The Subtle Body, encompasses the definition of information that vibrates. Thoughts are information, which is composed of matter or energy and organized into a certain pattern. The basis of the physical world is composed of elementary things, or ETs, that we interact with. At the quantum level, all particles, such as electrons and photons, can change from a particle to a waveform. As a wave, the ET no longer is acting like material matter. It has no mass or form and extends into space with no set position, but only potential positions. Its mass becomes a pure form, information pattern, and something mind-like or thought-like. Being non-local means the thought pattern can connect instantaneously anywhere in the universe. It also means that it operates beyond time and space. Quantum physics scientists have verified the existence of virtual states. Virtual states are mathematical forms or patterns of information. These inner forms can affect visible phenomena and are guided in their actions by something like an inner image. These images can be one possibility of how archetypes are communicated. Holographic memory of the universe. Ervin Laszlo, a Hungarian philosopher of science, systems theorist, and integral theorist, has become an advocate of the theory of quantum consciousness. He theorized that the quantum vacuum is the fundamental energy and information carrying field that informs the current universe and all universes, past and present. He also calls this field the Akashic field from the term Akashic records. The holographic memory theory of the universe could possibly be related to Jung's collective unconscious. Beyond our conscious thoughts and feelings, our personal unconscious and the collective unconscious is the knowing self that comprises our personal soul. The I am of us will be our only salvation in a materialistic and energetic world that is becoming overwhelming and driving many of us into confusion and darkness. It helps to know that deep down we are not the archetypes, but that they are only patterns of thought and behavior to be dealt with and overcome, like the levels of some cosmic computer game.